Good morning, guys. So today I am really pissed off, to say the least. About 2 days ago, I picked up my foster daughter from daycare. She is 4.5, and she's very small for her age. She's closer to like a 2 or 3 year old size than an almost 5-year-old. And she has the same, she's delayed, and she is more like a 2 or 3 year old than an almost 5-year-old. So I was very irritated when I picked her up 2 days ago, and she has a bruise here, and her nose is bruised and swollen right here. Okay, so I waited a day. I asked her if her teacher hit her, and she said no, but she said the girls hit me. And I said, who hit you? And she said, my friend. And mind you, she's more like a 2 or 3 year old, so she doesn't know names. But she considers the teachers her friends. She calls the teacher her best friend. She calls anybody who will give her any attention her best friend. So I'm really hoping it was not a teacher. And when I take her back, I'm going to ask her to point out who hit her. They better pray it was not a teacher, because I will raise hell. Because her nose is still swollen. It's 2 days later. I'm about to take her to get an x-ray to make sure it's not broken, because it feels like it could be broken. So they better hope her nose is not broken. We're already late for school this morning, and I'm just irritated. This is one more thing I have to do today, and I have to fill out an accident report, and they probably haven't even filled one out. And her little brother, when he went there 2 weeks ago, he came home with a scratch on his face. Maybe he fell down on the playground. I don't know, but it was a scratch right here. Like he had fell and just scratched his face or something. And when I asked about it, when I picked him up, I said, what happened? They said, oh, you brought him in here like that. No, I did not. And that pisses me off. I'm a foster mom. I can get in trouble if these kids keep coming up with cuts and bruises and I have no explanation for them. They're going to think I'm doing it to these kids, and I am very irritated. When we got them back, we put them in this daycare. This was not my first choice. So we'll probably be moving them soon, because this seems to be a recurring thing. And when I confront them about it, they act like I brought them in there that way, and they have no idea what happened. And that's baloney. That's bullshit. So, yeah, we'll probably be moving them soon, because I can't have these kids who have already been abused go to a daycare and be abused. I'm not gonna stand for that. So, yeah, I'm just very irritated this morning. I'll let you know if her nose is broken. They better pray it's not. That's all I have to say about it. So anyway, that's how my day's going. I hope yours is going better. Please pray for her. Her little nose is swollen. She looks pitiful, and now it's like running, and I just feel bad for her. But anyway, I'll keep you updated. Talk to you later. Hi guys, so I'm here at the doctor. Dropped all the other kids off at school, and it's me and E, and she's scared because she's afraid she's gonna get shot. But I just brought her to the pediatrician. I called them first, and they said I could bring her in, and if she needed an x-ray, they could get me an order for that. So here we go. They better hope and pray her nose is not broken. I'm gonna be so... you know, like, anyway. So the reason I want to tell you guys, the reason I hadn't already brought her to the doctor. Okay, it happened about the day after yesterday. So she goes to daycare from about 10:30 to 6 every day. I drop her off after I drop my other kids off at school, and I pick her up, and she's very short, and I have 2 that I pick up, and then I have 5 other kids. So I mean, I have a lot of kids, so it's really hard for me to like sit there and look them over when I'm in a hurry trying to get one to the other to pick everybody up on time and to do what I need to do. So when I pick them up, you know, she runs up to me, hugs me, I scoop her up, sign her out, put her in the car. Well, they've been on antibiotics for a week, and she had an allergic reaction to the amoxicillin, and her face swelled up, and she broke out in hives. So when I saw her and I saw that her nose was swollen, it wasn't like bloody, and it wasn't like really black and blue, it was just swollen. So I was thinking that she was still just swollen from the amoxicillin, because that had just happened the day before. So I just let it go, but then I realized it started to bruise, and she had a little bruise by her eye, like it was starting to get darker. And the swelling wasn't going down when her hives had gone away, and the rest of her face's swelling had gone down. Then her nose was still swollen. So yeah, I guess that's why I didn't notice it right away, because I thought she was just still swollen from the allergic reaction, is what I'm trying to say. It's not that I wasn't paying attention or that I just ignored that her nose might be broken, but she had already been swollen, so I thought her nose was just still swollen from the allergic reaction. So and then today she's all better, but her nose is bruised and swollen, and I want to make sure that it's not broken. Sorry, there's people staring at me talking to a camera. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take her in here and see if we can get some answers. You ready? You ready to go? No? Okay, I know you're scared. It'll be fine. No, sorry, the girls are putting the dishes away. Nose was not broken. The doctor said there could be a hairline fracture, but it's just really swollen. So if it's still not any better in the next few days or the next week, to bring her back in for an x-ray. They didn't want to give her an x-ray today because it would be her head, and she's only 4 years old. And they don't want to expose her to that much radiation to her head if it's not necessary. So we're gonna wait a few days and see if we need to go back. But I did talk to the daycare, and they don't know what happened. Go figure. But they do have cameras, and I'm considering asking them to look at the camera. My 4-year-old did say that it happened on the playground, so I don't know if there's cameras out there. So I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of this, but we'll definitely be changing daycares after this, because I'm not putting up with this mess. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and just pray that her nose gets better. And yeah, I'm gonna go talk to them tomorrow. And I'm gonna ask her to point out who, like which child or teacher hit her or hurt her, whether it be accident or not. I do believe she is delayed, but I do believe she'll tell me who did it, so that will help me pinpoint exactly who is to blame. Because right now I'm having to fill out an accident report for foster care, and it just looks really bad on foster parents when the child has a fractured nose and no one's taking responsibility for it. So of course, who's the next person they're going to look at? Like, I'm just frustrated, and I'm angry, and I'm mad that my child was hurt and nobody seems to know how or when or why, and nobody wants to take responsibility for it. And yeah, I'm just thoroughly irritated about that today. So anyway, I'll talk to you later.